Alright, so simple enough, by all means. Introduce yourself.
Oh, hi there. Hello, everyone. My name is Professor Lando. I'm an educator here on Twitch, this platform, and I teach a myriad of topics. Ranging from the level of attractiveness of perhaps it depends what your discipline is, what your interest is. Pokemon, Digimon, Animal Crossing, Villagers. Yeah, the whole shebang. I've been lucky enough to have some of my research, you may call it, reach the mainstream. I'm just happy people are learning something, and I get to come on and do cool stuff like this. So thanks for having me.
Alright. Thank you for coming on. Let's say, decently long introduction, mostly about your content here and there. Let's just say normally I have VTubers come on and it's split between like their lore, their content, and God knows what the heck else. Yeah.
No, I mean, I do, I actually, it's, if someone's not really familiar with my streams, they might be quick to jump to the conclusion I'm not a VTuber, but I actually am very adamant that I am. It's just very advanced technology, 3D projections. Have you see that's second Spider-Man movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's like the Mysterio. He's got the drones. Yeah. He's got the drones everywhere, and he's like projecting the image. That's what's going on here. I'm not not to break the immersion, but I'm actually like a white dude. Like I'm a southern white dude from the States. But this is my character. This is my lore. I'm an Asian teacher, right?
Yeah. So speaking of lore, then in which case, Professor, what are your qualifications then?
Well, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I think first and foremost that is the most important trait to be qualified to make tweets or YouTube videos on the internet. Especially now that the dislike button is gone. You can just say whatever. I watched a lot of compilation clips and read a lot of mainly Wikipedia articles. I think maybe slightly more vague, maybe not, but Spark Notes is always a go-to for me as well. And whatever I see on TikTok mainly. So
all right.
that is that's what my qualifications are.
Okay. So internet culture as a whole, just the full-on consumption of the damn stuff. Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
yeah, I'm plugged in. Like like Ready Player One. You ever see that?
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah. Most of my day to day, the way I communicate my thoughts and my feelings is I usually go. You ever seen Blank Movie? And that's gonna happen a lot probably during this stream. Right. So
at the very least, I'm pretty sure I've seen a good chunk of pop culture movies at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hope you're a movie buff.
To an extent anyway. I got the Mysterio part, I got the Ready Player One stuff. I think I'll be fine. I think I'll
2
be
for
fine.
2 so far.
Yeah. Alright. So, speaking of which then, on to the other slightly law-related question. Why the specific choice of fashion? Because I've noticed it's either a dress shirt and a tie, a sweater and a dress shirt, or just some kind of vest usually. So
well, I'm well, especially with COVID, but I've always romanticized the whole I guess maybe you could say in American culture. I don't know how applicable it is to like other cultures around the world, but there's like this romanticized image of like the nuclear family, right?
All right,
and that being like the father figure or husband figure, suit and tie to work. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I've always, growing up, I've always like wanted. I don't know what exactly what I wanted to be, but I just always liked the idea of like waking up and getting dressed up for your job. Of course, the reality is much darker and not as fun as that. Right? It's always nicer playing dress up as a kid, but and I remember one day just going into my closet. It was like middle of the night, like 2 a.m. or something. I put on the dress shirt. I'm staring at myself in the mirror. I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe something, maybe something. And actually, my girlfriend was like, wakes up and goes, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm trying something out. I'm trying something out." And the rest is history, I guess.
Alright, because practically every single VOD that I wandered through, it was just like, dress shirt and a tie, dress shirt and a tie, dress shirt and a vest,
gotta look the part,
Yeah. It is the professor look, definitely. And the glasses in addition, yep, that works.
Yeah, I mean, those are my glasses,
Fair enough. And your setup's pretty good. You've got the nameplate and everything right there.
Yep. We, I'm hoping to fledge out. The school I teach at is Ligma University, and every month, I think our premises expand a little bit more. We're even adding faculty members. So I'm just, who knows how big my online school will be one day. But I like to think that no matter where my school goes, I'll still be wearing the shirt and tie for sure.
All right. Simple question then. Sell me on Ligma University. What's so great about this place?
Right. So first of all, we're the only school that does admittance via battle royale.
Oh, okay? Shit. Okay.
So I don't know how everyone is familiar, whether or not they went to college or finished college, somewhat familiar with applying to college, or during that time in high school when it was time to apply and all this stuff, yada yada. And you go, you know what? Like, you got to write essays and you got to take the standardized test or whatever. Lakeland University, we give you a fair chance. There's no second guessing, like, did you just reject me because it wasn't the right time or blah, blah, blah. You get to actually prove yourself. And it's like, those Roman Colosseums right?
Oh,
Big
yeah, yeah.
oval shape. Every applicant, we just throw them in there and we just say fight to the death. And then
Ah.
we actually have a very gracious, I think, acceptance rate. 25%. We take the top 25%.
Ooh.
We let them go at it for 35 minutes, and whoever's left. Usually, I mean, I guess the situation could happen where after the 35 minutes are up, there's more than 25% remaining, but that's never happened in the history of our school. So
Alright,
that's how we do things.
I'd imagine it's potentially there's less than 25% there.
Yeah, usually. It's like I'm not okay. I got to throttle down on my references to movies and TV shows, but I was gonna say, have you seen Hunter x Hunter, the anime?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like the Hunter exam. It's just like that. It's basically the Hunter exam.
It's the Hunter exam.
Yeah, except
Goddamn.
I think more people die in the Ligma University exam than that.
Oh, so it's more fatal
sure.
than the Hunter exam. Oh,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah.
That's great. Because the first one they show in the anime, like 4 or 5 people get passed out of like the hundreds of applicants. So hold up a second. Are you sure that you've got a generous admission rate of 25%? If more people die, it feels like, wait, do you only get like 2 students a semester, dude?
You know, sometimes we get none. They die from the wounds being inflicted on themselves. You know, so you have to think. You can't just you can't be all offense. You got to think defensively, because you might be the winner. To be the winner, you have to survive, right? Not be the last man standing.
All right. So if you get past this first admission stage, what do you land? Do you land a bachelor's course? Do you land a master's? What do you get here? What's the package?
So
what's the package?
We offer a wide range of degrees here. Certifications. I think our most popular. I haven't checked in a while. I've just been busy preparing the material. That's for the admin side of things. You know, I don't really get involved in that. But I do believe our most popular program here is the MILFology degree.
All right.
Program. The study of MILFs. We offer a wide range. I think so. Among the most popular, it's like V2ology.
Okay.
MILFology, Weebology.
Oh boy.
and quite controversially, Furology.
Oh Christ.
I'm quite fond. I've worked very closely on the material covered in that. But I think that is the biggest appeal of Ligma University, is we get down to the subjects that matter and that people are looking for.
All right.
That aren't offered anywhere else.
Yeah. Sounds like it. I can't say I've heard of an in-depth class about furries before, but hey, someone's got to teach the furry scale.
There's got to be one.
Yeah. There's got to be one somewhere. I mean, hey, let's take it from an interesting country, for instance. Let's say Vietnam. For whatever reason, there is a law in Vietnam that furries are considered animals. Since they are considered animals, you are actually legally allowed to hunt them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Interesting.
In one way, it's kind of ironic because they do want to be animals, but in a sense, they lose their human rights.
Right. Okay. Note to self: don't go to Vietnam anytime soon. Well, leave the fursuit at home, probably.
Yeah. Good idea. It's a bit dangerous bringing those over the border there, but hey. But yeah, that's more or less on the courses. What about the student social life then? Well, what do you have to offer? Like, say, other universities have like their communal spaces.
Yes, I mean, Ligma University. It's, people point to our, I guess you could say, quirks, uniqueness. But at our core, we are a university, so we offer anything that any university would offer: football teams, sports, fraternities. Speaking of which, our most popular frat is the Furry Frat. We have student clubs, organizations, Weeb Association. Note that our football team, however, you do have to be a tomboy. Only tomboys are allowed on the football team.
God damn.
Speaking of which, what's a football team without a cheer squad? We have a cheer squad as well, but similarly, mirroring the football team, being exclusively tomboys, our cheer team is comprised of only femboys. We got a little flack for being traditionalist, but tradition matters at Ligma University. So
all right. So say, what other odd traditions have you got lying around then? In which case,
it's we don't like to divulge too much of it. It's there's that thing with George Bush. It came out. I don't know. It's just after then we keep it. You got to keep some things behind the closed doors,
Especially fair enough.
Right.
Considering the ridiculous qualifications that you need to go through to get past.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to kill some people.
Yeah. Fight to the death, or just be a coward and run around. But what works. Nonetheless. In which case, let me ask you more of a personal question then. In which case, so Professor, just how far down the rabbit hole are you then?
I think it would be wrong of me to, or maybe not. That's not the right word, but I do have to acknowledge that my school, my classes, garnered a lot of mainstream media attention relatively quickly compared to other universities, other content out there, and I think. I get asked like why, right? I think the main reason is because I'm so far down that rabbit hole. I speak from experience, and I think it resonates with people. When they hear me speak on these subjects, it's not surface level stuff, and I think that being so far down that hole where I don't know what day of the week it is, what time it is really what attributes to that success recently. So, put simply, how far down that rabbit hole am I? I don't even know if I'm awake or asleep.
Oh, Christ. All right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair enough, man. That's fair enough, because just looking through some of these old lectures, there's stuff on furries. Then I saw a Megaverse. I was like, oh boy.
Right.
That's a while back. You go through the BL stuff. You go through.
Right. And I really some subjects I'm more familiar with than others. Right. We all have our specialties, but I don't ever teach a class on something that I know nothing about.
Okay.
I'm versed. I'm the Swiss Army knife of degeneracy, you could say.
All right. Let's see. Give me a moment here. Thanks, Taika, for the raid. Anyhow. Let's see. So, in which case, when it comes to those lectures and classes that you run, what is the particular inspiration behind those? So, when you're given a course that you need to teach, how do you go for it?
Right. So I'm a realist, these subjects, the classes I teach, they were conditioned in our current education system to solve useless problems, I think.
Useless problems, you say. All right. Let's hear it.
Right, like find the area under like this quadratic. For what? What does that even mean? Like what? Why did I learn that? Avogadro's number. I still remember that from chem class. Why was I taught that?
Right. It's the it's that maddening thing that's something over pi or whatever the heck. Yeah.
But when it comes to my topics, my lectures, it's the exact opposite. Again, I said I'm a realist. So the inspiration mainly it comes from the heart. These are for example, we'll use a real life example. My lecture on which Pokemon is the hottest.
Oh boy.
Simply, the inspiration comes from me wondering which Pokemon is the hottest, and more specifically, I think you can boil it down to. And I think something that everyone can relate to is late night Discord calls with your friends, right?
Okay.
Late night, and I'm like, but is Gardevoir the hottest? And your friends are like, well, I don't know, and it comes, and that's what I mean when I say I'm a realist. It comes from not thin air. These are matters that I think people have in the back of their head, the questions that they didn't know themselves that they had, really.
Oh yeah, just your 2 a.m. late night thoughts, nothing inhibiting thought process, just like, I wonder how this would go. Not gonna lie, I've had a fair share of those. How does one put it? My relative experience in this kind of field, I used to run an anime club in university. That was a trip. That was a very big trip.
Do you ever host any maid cafes?
We don't talk about those. We don't talk about those.
See, I know. It was hypothetical. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Been on the front lines.
Being on the front lines for that kind of stuff is interesting. Yes. Oh god, and of course a fella in chat brings up Vaporeon. Anyhow.
Built different.
Yeah, built different. Good lord. Alright. In which case, let's see. So, when it comes to lectures and classes, is there any specific way that you pick them out then? Like, do you just grab anything that comes to the top of your head, the thing that came the night before? What goes for it?
Yeah. I think at this point it's definitely evolved. The more the larger student body that we have. I think initially it was just what was the most pressing thing in my head. Mm-hmm. And then as we reached more students, I will preface this by I don't think this is a good thing. But as we got more students, I think I started to be like, well, I'm trying to feel the atmosphere of the classroom and think, okay, what do they need to be learning about? And I'm actually trying to recalibrate myself back to my original teaching subjects of like what I myself am interested in pondering about, because I feel like it's again humble bragging here, but like I think I'm getting lost in the sauce with how quickly the audience, the student class grew. And I'm trying not to get lost. What was it? I'm trying not to get lost in touch. Is that the right? Not to lose touch. Yeah, I don't want to get out of touch with my the origins, what people first came for. So in fact, I think like today I even thought to myself, I need to. I actually think if anyone's from my stream is here, they're gonna kick W, because I think I just said I'm gonna stream more. I think I'm gonna stream less because I think I'm getting too